Hey, how's it going today, everyone? Today I'm going to be showing you how to script some ELS in Roblox Studio. So let's get right into this. I'll show you what we got up here. Right now we're kind of doing a bit of everything here. We got a federal signal, a little right there. We have a federal signal Viper right here, and then we have a Well and Liberty light bar, along with my custom ELS kit, which will be linked down in the description. Yeah, so honestly, let's get right into this. So I'll be using a 2018 FPIU from the Ford Interceptor. You can find it. It's on Toolbox. So, yeah, let's go right into this. So first of all, you're going to, follow these steps. You can open up the folder, go down to Ungroup and Body. You're just going to take these 3 items, and you're going to move it down to Body. Oh, that's the wrong one. Move it into Body. And then just take these little squares right here. You can scale down if you want, doesn't really matter. Literally just put it inside the grill, or just somewhere nearby, and then just make it transparent. Super simple. Those are your 3 main light bars. Then you come up here, ungroup and drive seat, like these things. This vehicle already come with pickup and sound control, but when I tell you now, it is not the same. It comes with one like that, but this one that I'm having you insert is a modified version that works with how this is set up. So you have to use that particular one, otherwise it will not work with how I have this set up. So now, just go ahead and place your items, scale them around, and just put them on your vehicle. So what I like to do is I like to just turn off any sort of particular stud movement. And we're just gonna size it so it should fit in that gap right there. Sit down, and normally it should be sitting right there. So I'm just gonna scale it to work with that standard. And over here we'll scale it into that standard. Alright. There we go. And install this. So I'm gonna use these impacts for the grill. Pretty sure they're not designed to be used for the grill, but for this I'm going to use them in the grill. Just put them in there. Semi-serious, a little laggy. I'm kind of just place them equal distant apart from the Ford logo. That was too far. There we go. I'm gonna come down here. I have Vipers. We're gonna use these Vipers for the rear window here. Just gonna turn off our movement there so we can get it as high up as we can. If you need to angle it, angle it. There we go. I'm kind of just gonna place some like so. Okay, I got all that moved. I'm gonna go ahead and increase our studs here to 25 and pull everything out. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna come in here and we're gonna grab our impacts there. We're gonna grab our neons out of it. I'm gonna pull those into normal workspace and group them. And we're just gonna give it a name, grill. Okay, got neons there. In fact, let's go in there real quick and let's just do that. You notice that they might have these weird things in here depending on where you got the model from. Just remove those. We do not want those. And back here with these, Federal Signal Vipers. They do not already have a neon on them. They should have a neon, but if they don't, then it's super simple. But for this one, gotta find out. Not that I can move it. I'm gonna see this piece of glass that's right there. If it doesn't have a neon on it, which I mean some of them may, some of them may not, just take there's only a glass covering that might be on it. Just take that, and then boom. So this one apparently did already have one, but as a general process, you just duplicate this, remove it. As you can see, that's what they did there. But yeah, it's gonna go in there. I'm just gonna grab that glass that does not have anything on it. Boom. Bring them out to my workspace and group them. I'm just gonna call this. I'm just gonna call it trunk. Okay. And then finally, our light bar. With this one, I already have everything grouped, but I'm just gonna pull it out. I'm just gonna call it lib. So now, take your lib, grill, and We'll just grab everything in the trunk. Just move them off to the side. I recommend you keep using that 2.5 adjustment, because for this next part particularly, we're now going to highlight every part that you want to change the color on, and just go ahead and change the colors. Okay, I prefer to use a certain RGB for this particular thing. So this is the blue I like to use with the terracotta red. In my opinion, it looks pretty nice. Yeah. What we're gonna do, I'm actually gonna switch these out real quick. Okay, now we'll kind of add some, like, just change things up a bit and make it not look all ugly. And that's how we're gonna do that. So now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take grill, lib, and trunk. I'm gonna move it back over onto the car. Take all of these. We're gonna go into the 2018, go into body, and we're gonna put them all in light bar. Okay, put it in light bar. Take these models here, just group them. Let's name the group. I'm gonna call it outfitting because these are the outfitted parts. Put it in body and move it over. Just come here, make sure everything anchored. It is all anchored, so that's good. Come in here. You're gonna see the script right here. It's got some instructions in there for you. So we're just gonna take this. We're just gonna rename it to grill function. I'm gonna duplicate this 3 times because we need lib function and we need trunk function. Okay, you don't have to name it grill function, lib function, trunk function, but just name it something other than the model name, because when you go to identify the model, it is going to get messed up. So go into grill and just make sure that your parts are properly named. I like doing A1, A2, so I'm going to do the one that's on the right side of the vehicle, on the passenger side of the vehicle is A1, and then A2. Lib, it's already all numbered. You don't have to do A, I just like doing A, because it's easiest for me. A1, A2. Super simple, just going to make sure that they're all neons. Wonderful. Alright, now let's just keep it simple. We'll start off with the grill. Here it's going to say the.equals script.parent dot, and you got to add dot grill. See, this is why you can't have different things, because if you have it on grill, but your script is also named grill, then it's going to get messed up. Okay, come down here, and you're just going to do the.a1.transparency equals 1. And again, the.a2.transparency equals 1. That's else done. Okay, we are going to do a 3-stage build, because, well, it's better to learn how to do everything more complicated. You're just going to change 1s and 0s, that's it. You're just going to change the number of transparency you want. So then I'm going to come down here, I'm going to do a weight command, let's say weight 125. Okay, 125, that is, 125 is definitely one of the slower speeds I do. And you're thinking, well, 0.125 seconds is pretty damn fast. In ELS, yeah, that's fast, but that's not the fastest speed. I only do about 0.035 or 0.025, depending on what I'm making. So yeah. And this one, though, this is just going to be our cruise stage. So I'm going to copy the script, though, because we are going to use that again. But yeah, so stage 1, this is our cruise / stage 1, so we're going to have both lights on. Stage 2, well, guess what? We don't really need it. I guess I didn't copy that right. Oh well. We'll just rebuild this. Nothing hard. And then you're just gonna do this, this, and then just come down here, grab this script again, up here, waypoint 125, and just change that. So, yeah, this can be both our stage 2 and stage 3 scripts. Ooh, copied a little too much. Yeah, so it's gonna be our stage 1 and 2 scripts, just because it doesn't really need to change. There's no need for change. And that's cool. And if you want to, you can actually delete trunk, and you could just, unless you want to do a little fast on the back. But for the sake of this video, I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm just gonna name this to, not that, trunk function. I'm just gonna come in here. I'm gonna change this simply to trunk, since it's still everything else is the same. So you don't need to change anything. But now let's go to lib function. So in lib, open it up. You can see these two things right here. Color these white and move them over to light bar 2. This is your takedown lights, as you can see. And then just make them transparent, because we don't want to worry about those right now. So come in here. I'm also going to take R1 through R8. We're going to duplicate those, and we're going to move them down to the light bar 3. We're going to color them orange because these can be our traffic advisors, and we're going to make them transparent once again. So now, super simple, right? Come on over to lib, because in lib now you notice you have F1 to F6 and R1 through R8. So, for this case, I may not want to have these going at the same speed or in the same generalized pattern. So what we're going to do is we don't have to touch the actual things ourselves, but we're just going to duplicate the lib script. We're going to call this lib R and lib F for fun and weird. Pretty simple. Come up here, go to lib F, we'll start with this. We're just going to come in here and we're just going to see it goes up to 6. This is not A because these ones were pre-lit and pre-named. So we're just going to go up here, we're just going to call it, we're just going to go to lib, and we are going to identify the .f1.transparency equals 1. And just going to keep doing this until it is filled. Alright, now that I have added in that basic script there, come up here, and let's see, we're just going to say, for our cruise function, only 1 and 6 is going to get lit up. Okay, and we're going to use that for the same script for the stage 2, except for the stage 2, we're going to move it up to be all but those middle 2 there. And for our stage 3, this is going to be our fancy flash pattern. So for this one, I'm going to go a lot faster with 0.05. Once again, not the fastest I've done, but you can really do any speed. Hell, I've even used 0.001 before. You can get pretty crazy with it. Now I recommend you just copy that whole script right there. Now just come in here and then just randomly throw down some things. I'm going to do it in a more organized sense. But you're pretty much, unless you have a specific pattern in mind, just change the things around until you like how it comes out. Just change around 1s and 0s, and it'll look just fine. I like to do something that makes it seem more, like a simple kind of script, but in reality it's going to look pretty nice. So in here, we'll then do boom, boom. Actually, no, we'll just do, let's come down here, we'll just like bring it in a bit, and then we'll just do it like a side flop. And super simple. And we're gonna close out of that script. And you're just gonna come over here and just go in and just test it out real quick. Just make sure your lights are working how you'd like them to. If your lights are not very bright, go down to lighting and bloom. Just mess around with the settings. And I recommend you test it at night because that's when the lights can be brightest. So I'm gonna tell because the lights are off, the script is working. 1 looks good. My guess here is there's just something in the grill that's conflicting it, not allowing to shine bright, so we can fix that in a minute. We'll go 2. We'll go 3. And it looks pretty nice. Studio's a little laggy because it's studio. So just go into settings if it's not flashing, and then just go into 1 and it'll show you it with a little less lag. You can see there, that looks like a pretty nice flash pattern for the fun. So, hop on out and let's do the video now. So, come down here, we can go down to lib, and we'll see that there's 8 vias, but it's R this time, so we're going to go to lib R. Just going to lib, and then we're going to do the same process we did before. The.R1, transparency, and so on. We'll be right back. Now we are back here, we've got everything in, so just gonna, once again, I'm just going to come here, and this time, for the back though, we are just going to come here, we're going to do a 0.25, a lot slower than we have been doing, and we're just gonna do a simple in and out flash like pattern. Actually, something I would like to do actually. We're gonna come here. We're just gonna take 2 and 7. We're gonna make them orange. So, I mean, hey, it's an older light bar, and older light bars generally have that orange on the back with the red and blues. So, what you can do is it's 2 and 7. So what you can do actually is I'm gonna do it this way. Super simple. And stage 3. I'll do stage 3 how you want. Let's go with, I'm gonna do 125 for the back. It's a lot slower, yeah, but I mean, in my opinion, it'll look a little nicer. The back, it's just the back, so it doesn't have to be anything fancy. I mean, technically none of this at all has to be fancy, but and like we're literally just making this so simple. And that is pretty much our vehicle done for the main ELS, but something that we have not covered is the traffic advisors or takedown light. So let's just take a look real quick. Make it nice and dark out. I hate Studio. I have to keep dropping this down. There we go. And yeah, so it's got the nice flash pan on the back. Put it in here. Super simple pattern, but it looks really, really nice. And all that, that is what the main ELS on this vehicle looks like. We can go in and we'll just fix those real quick. So grill, pop down here real quick. And we'll just come here, model is really smoothly, and we'll just like bring it out a bit. I guess, yep, that's what I thought was happening. There is a chunk of glass there, it looks like. So that's kind of why it's not working how we wanted it to. So we'll just go ahead and we'll just switch out these colors, because sometimes you just gotta rotate it and it'll look and work a lot better. Yeah, that's a lot more shiny. With this one on the back here, if it's not shiny already, just go find the glass. Just go find the glass. You might be clicking for a while. Clicking for a while, oh well. Alright, so I had to respond to a quick text message there. So if it's not there, then just kind of like search around for it. Oop, there it is. Find that. Most lights need 0.9 transparency to shine bright. I recommend you make it glass. And make it double-sided so you can see the glass on the inside. And now those lights on the back will look a lot better. So now, let's quickly go over traffic advisors. It's really the same process. On my current version that I use, let me just pull that out. On the current version I use, let me just get that out here. Here it is. This is my current kit I use. In it you'll see. In it you'll see body. It's a lot more organized, so instead of having to drag through those parts, it's like really, really fancy. Traffic advisors, you still see those basic things, but this one includes park patterns. It includes traffic advisors automatically turn off the rear lights. It's a lot more fancy. Drive seat, pretty much the same thing here, but a little more simplified and a little more advanced. Again with park patterns like that. The lights, same. This is the same folder you get, but it's really just a lot more organized, a lot more advanced of a system. So for this, I'm going to just use the system that I'm giving you guys, because obviously I'm not going to give you my current system. But yeah, so let's come in here. Light bar 3, traffic advisors. We have R1 to R8. So what I like to do is I like to just take them, and I will generally, actually we don't even need R1 or R8. We don't need those. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these, I'm just going to union them. Because with this kind of thing, we don't need a bunch of parts. We just need 3 simple parts. That's what we got here. So we're just going to name this. We're just going to name this here T1, T2, and T3. Come into traffic advisors here. We're only going to do a 3-stage traffic advisor. Actually, no. For this, we're just going to do a 2-stage. But if you want to, it's the same process. You just do that. But if you want to adjust the amount of stages, you go to the strobe script that's in all 3 of the light bar folders here. You got the strobe script. And you're just going to come here. If I'm doing a 2, then I'm just going to tell it to go back to 0 after 2. Super simple. Just going to come in here. I'm just going to say var.t1.transparency equals 1, var.t2.transparency equals 1, and var.t3.transparency equals 1. Just come here. Just going to say, wait, like 125 is a good speed for traffic advisors, in my opinion. So I like to just label exactly what direction these traffic advisors are going. So you're just going to do it. You're just going to do a double dash, and then you're just gonna do some line, then you're just gonna do some arrows pointing the direction it's going. Long thing there. And then you could just do it so then it just does that, but I like to do it so it fades off. Another one. I'm sure you could already guess how we're gonna do this one. Same thing from the opposite direction here. And if you really wanted to be a little lazy, you could just come up here and just copy the code. See, this is one that started it, so this one needs to go away. So we actually don't have that one yet. So what it's gonna do, because we already, you can use the same codes on some of them, but I wouldn't recommend doing it for most. Okay, then you just add a full transparent on the end, so it's a nice smooth transition. Let me show you what that looks like. And I'll show you what my system can do, my update system can do. Yeah. Alright. It's Traffic Advisor. Super simple. Turns on and off like that. And obviously this one here does not override this, so what I would recommend is you just pull it out a little bit. So you just take this, take those three right there, just gonna come here, and you're just gonna like pull it out just a little bit, just so it's overriding those. And now that would have it like that. So that's a really simple system there. Let's go ahead and show you guys the most recent build I actually finished just before filming this. This is a 2020 Ford Police Interceptor utility. Although we just did it was a 2016. So this one is a somewhat of a simple build, but it's also not a simple build because of the system that's used. The ELS pattern looks simple, but the system that's used is more complicated. Give it a second to register everything. Alright. Gonna make it night so you guys can see these lights a little better. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. I forgot that this one was built for a different game that needs this pickup script. Pickup script that's in there doesn't work for this particular game because it works with something else. So switch it out real quick because it's not designed for this actual game, but it is designed for a different game. Anyways, so yeah, so I'm kind of working on a game where I have a whole entire different system than the one I'm currently using. So kind of like that, but yeah. So this is the cruise pattern, stage 2 pattern, and stage 3 pattern. A little laggy, again, just studio being studio. So just cranking up and then dropping it back down is really helpful. And sometimes I just don't know about this, because sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But that's what it looks like. Yeah, this bloom's really not working in this game, so for some reason, but and then you put it in park, and it will actually activate a park pattern. So you notice it is synced up. And then if I, no matter what mode I'm in, if I hit my traffic advisors, it's going to disable that rear light bar. It looks really clean, looks really nice. And also if I was to turn on my scene lights there, then you just can't really see them based on the ground, but scene lights are on. You can kind of see a difference there. But yeah. Yeah, so over here, one thing I did forget to mention is just use takedown lights. Just come in here. I only set up for the front ones, but you can just do it however you want. Just take these, and then just do the same thing we did for everything else. Just have it not like flash pattern, just have it on. And that's pretty much how you make a police car in Roblox Studio. So, I wish you all the best of luck. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me on Discord. I will throw my Discord username here up on the screen here momentarily. So it's just there it is. Actually, that's unclear. Lowercase l. If you have any questions, feel free to message me on Discord. That's the name right there. So, wish you all the best of luck and have a great day.